So I've got a window here that I don't really feel like taking out, but it does need some reglazing. It's got some chipped glazing putty in a few places, some missing stuff. There's some up on the top sash that are missing too. And I'm going to show you, because I get this question quite a lot, how to glaze a window in place. Everybody thinks you can only do it when you take the sash out and put it on a work table, but that's not the case. So real quick, we're going to show you how to glaze it in place.
Depending on how hard the putty is, I like to use a 5-in-1 or a chisel to get out just about most of the putty. If you can get it all, that's great, but be careful not to break the glass. You can use a razor knife too. Just find whatever technique is working for you. Sometimes the putty just chips right out, and other times you're really going to have to work at it, depending on what kind of putty was used. But it can come out, and it was designed to come out. Be careful to watch for the little metal glazing points under there too, because they won't come out this way.
All right, I've got the glazing rabbit down here. That's what this is called. Clean of the old putty. Now I've got a little bit of old putty left. Doesn't matter, it's totally fine. The new putty will bond to the old putty, but you can never skim coat it. You can't just go over the old putty. Too thin of a layer of glazing putty, you're gonna have problems with it. So I've cleared out more than enough on here. I've still got my glazing points. Those are fine. I've made sure they're set down there. That is what is actually holding in the glass. I've got 2 points down here. And you may have diamond points or you may have triangles. There's lots of different kinds of glazing points, but these are just fine. And this is a newer replacement window, but it is wood. And so before I put any putty on here, because I'm using an oil-based putty, which I recommend, I'm going to need to treat this rabbit, this bare wood. So there's 2 options. You can either prime it with an oil-based primer, or you can wipe it down with some boiled linseed oil, in which case I don't have to wait for it to dry and I can apply my putty right after that. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got some of this right here. It's boiled linseed oil. I'm just going to take a rag. I'm going to wipe that on here. Now I've got some posts on my blog about how to safely deal with boiled linseed oil, because it's not dangerous on the wood, but the rags, a lot of times as they cure, it warms up. And I've seen occasions where people will wipe boiled linseed oil on, they'll take a rag and they'll ball it up, throw it on the ground, throw it in a trash can, and it can spontaneously combust, which is kind of scary. So if you have rags with this, the best way is to just spread them out and let them dry. Don't set them in the sun, don't ball them up because they generate a lot of heat. So some people will even take them and put them in a bucket of water. Lots of options. It's really not dangerous if you know what you're doing with it, but just make sure if you're using boiled linseed oil, take those rags and lay them out to dry, spread out. My rabbit is oiled. I've got my glazing knife here, and now I'm ready to put my putty on. The putty I'm using, this is our own brand of putty. It's called Austin's Glazer's Putty. It's a fast curing, natural, kind of a traditional oil-based glazing putty. It is oil-based, not water-based, and this works great because this is going to skin in probably 3 days or so. I'm going to put my putty on now, finish glaze it, and then I can come back in about 3 days and it's going to need to be painted. It doesn't need to be primed, but it does have to be painted. You can see it comes in a bucket like this, and this stuff usually develops. This has the skin on it in the bucket, so I have to carve that off. You can see below the skin, it's a little bit different color. It's a little bit of a yellowish skin. That skin means it's good to be painted. This, once I get this skin off, then I can use it to glaze. So I'll show you how I glaze it.
You're going to want to get all that skin off of there so you've got fresh putty only to work with. The skin will get into your putty and just mess it up. Knead it together in your hands and then really pack the putty with your glazing knife into the rabbit. It doesn't have to be pretty at this point. You just need to really pack it in there. Then with a lot of pressure, being careful not to break the glass, you're going to come through and pull it at a 45-degree miter. Clean up your corners, make them 45-degree miters too. Smooth it out, and if you don't like what you've got, you can redo it over and over until you get a nice smooth putty line.
All right, you got your window glazed. It's looking good, nice smooth line, tight miters on the corners. And what's next? You may notice there's a little bit of a paint line left on the window. You can clean that off with a flat razor before you do the glazing if you want to. I know that my paint line, when I paint this, is gonna have to lap onto the glass, so I'm just gonna cover that, and it's not too chunky. Some windows, it may be like decades of built up paint. This one just has like 1 or 2 coats, so it's not a big deal. I can paint right over it. But the next thing I need to do, I don't know if you noticed, but on my glass, I've got some oils on here from the glazing putty, which is pretty normal. Best way to clean that is to clean it with some whiting. So this is our brand of whiting, Austin's whiting. And it's basically, what is whiting? It's chalk dust. Pure and simple, you know, just like from the blackboards, for those of you who are old enough to remember blackboards. You're gonna spread some of this out on here. I'm gonna brush it onto the putty, onto the glass, and it's gonna help carry the oils off the glass and clean it up. Yes, it's gonna be a little dusty, so I have a drop cloth down here to make sure everything's keeping tidy. And that's really the best way to clean it, because if you don't clean this off right away, then if you come back tomorrow or even in a few hours, this oil that's on here is gonna have dried and it's gonna be really hard to get off. You're gonna need a razor blade, some Windex or something. I don't recommend it. Just using the whiting and a simple chip brush, super easy and goes fast. And that, my friends, is how you glaze a window in place. Now, when do you want to glaze a window? When you've got cracked putty, when you've got missing putty, the bottoms are usually the first to go, and it's super important to do that. After this sets up, glazing putty does need warm temperatures to cure, and once you feel that skin on here, which is going to feel kind of like a very fine sandpaper, then you know it's ready to paint. When you touch it, you don't get oil on your fingers or anything like that. The whiting has helped set off that curing time, and it's going to go fast. But this is going to be soft for probably the first 6 months to a year on here, where you could put fingers in there. Don't put your fingers in. Keep them away. When it's ready, 2 coats of paint, you're good to go. Now you're ready to glaze a window.
This is a simple project anyone can do at home, and here are all the tools and supplies you'll need. I have most of them available in our store, which is linked in the description below. I really hope you found that video helpful and feel confident to tackle reglazing your windows now. Check out some of these other great videos to help you learn how to DIY better and fix up that old house. And don't forget to check out my blog, where I've got hundreds of articles to teach you how to do almost anything on an old house.